صلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Do you remember that, brothers, when I said that the mushrikeen who set up partners with Allah, they believe absolutely that there is one creator for the universe, right? And by this, they did not become muwahhid. What's the meaning of muwahhid? No, not good believer. Muwahhid is good believer, but the meaning of muwahhid is worshipping Allah alone. The one who worships Allah alone, setting no partners with Allah. This is muwahhid. See, we have to, especially with Muslims, we should know the English terms of these Arabic words, such as shirk, polytheism, tawheed, monotheism, mushrik, pagan or polytheist, muwahhid, monotheist. These words are important for us to learn and to keep in mind, because you're living here. You're English citizens now, aren't you? Yeah, so we have to know these words. You're going to deal with them. So you should not be ignorant about that. Okay? So, do you remember when we said that the mushrik people, let's say Abu Jahl. Abu Jahl believed necessarily that there is only one creator for the universe, right? Yes or no? And despite that, he is still mushrik. Okay? Now, we come to the matter of atheism. What's the meaning of atheism?
People who believe that there's no God.
Don't say that he believes that there is no. I want you to begin with a better word. Person who does not believe. Don't say person who believes. It will end to the same thing, but don't begin with person who believes. You got the idea? A person who believes that there is no God. You know, I disagree with that. Because as we said about the mushriks, that they believe in one God, one creator, okay? Those atheist people, they necessarily believe that there is one creator as well. Same thing exactly. But they may deny to you, they may argue, they say, all right, prove to me there's God. So as a Muslim, you keep thinking about how to give him an answer. Look at the stars, look at the trees, who created this, who created that? Do you think that you are giving him knowledge? La wallahi. Wallahi, he knows that there's creator. What is the evidence? I mentioned to you before. What is the evidence? Sorry? No, those are the pagans. I'm saying those atheists. Those atheists. When Allah asked them while they were in the back of their father, am I your Lord? They all said yes. In what ayah is that? In Surah Al-A'raf. وَإِذْ أَخَذَ رَبُّكَ مِنْ بَنِي آدَمَ مِنْ ظُهُورِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَأَشْهَدَهُمْ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا بَلَى. Look at that. And mention when your Lord took from the children of Adam from their loins, their descendants, and made them testify of themselves, saying to them, am I not your Lord? They said, yes. We testify. Who said we testify? All the atheists, all people, including the atheists, They said, yes, we bear witness. Then Allah continued. Lest you say, that means you should not be saying, you are not excused after this testimony to say, indeed, we were of this unaware. No, don't say that. After you gave the testimony that yes, O Allah, you are our Lord, you should not be saying we were unaware. So this is very clear that Allah built in within the nature of every human being the belief that there is God, a creator God. Now, you cannot say to him, you must believe in this ayah in the Quran. But you say to him, just like Musa said to Fir'aun, لَقَدْ عَلِمْتَ مَا أَنزَلَ هَؤُلَاءِ إِلَّا رَبُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ بَصَائِرِ. You have known already, Fir'aun, that no one had descended these miracles except Allah, the Lord of the heavens and the earth. Musa said, لَقَدْ عَلِمْتَ. You knew it, Fir'aun, that it was Allah. We have something called وَجَحَدُوا بِهَا وَاسْتَيْقَنَتْهَا أَنفُسُهُمْ ظُلْمًا وَعُلُوًّا. This is in Surah Ash-Shu'ara, ayah number 14. And they rejected it while their inner selves were convinced about it. This is what we say about the atheists. They denied the truth, yet they are arguing against it. And while their hearts inside, they know that they're wrong. They may play games to you and saying to you, oh, we are really looking for the truth, really. I just need scientific evidences to prove to me that there is God. That's all. Okay. Someone who denies a creator should be at least giving us explanations about the science he's proud about. All right. You say there's no creator. Explain to us, how did this universe exist? Give us explanation. He'll be going like this. Maybe something like that, maybe and maybe. He doesn't have anything more than maybe, which doesn't convince the babies. So he's using possibilities. You'll find him, you have to be very accurate with him. Don't let him bring you possibilities. You say to him, you are a person of knowledge. Okay? You speak scientifically. So give us scientific evidences. Don't give us maybe. No. So you have a surety, while he doesn't. How? As for me personally, I've never come across, I have always discussed with atheists this, and I was saying to him, did you pass by difficulty? Did you have fear about yourself, about your child, some accident, etc., etc.? He said, yes. I said, did you say, oh God? He said, yes. I said, oh God. I said, thank you. He proved it. So, if this is what he said, that means he's ignoring, he's hiding. Just like the kafir. What do we consider the kafir? What's the meaning of kafir, by the way?
Disbeliever.
Not linguistically. Sorry, sisters?
No.
Exactly. Al-kafir, linguistically, is the farmer. Linguistically. Farmer.
Why is it farmer?
Don't you have some places in Somalia, big lands in the villages? The title of those villages, Kafir? No?
Never been Somalia.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Okay, for example, in Egypt, I've been to Egypt, and they have Kafr al-Sa'dani, Kafr al-Bahira, Kafr. They always have Kafr. And if you ask them, why do you have this word Kafr? They'll tell you Kafr means a place to cultivate. The word Kafr means to cover. Kafr means to cover. What is the mission of the farmer? It is like this. He brings the seed, put it on the land like this, and cover it with the sand, with the dust. That's what happens with a disbeliever. He has a seed of belief that Allah built in him, but he covers it. He cannot say, no, I don't believe. No, he knows. He knows that he's covering something that Allah built in with him. Do you know now the meaning of kafir? He's covering the fact. That's why he's called kafir. The root of the word kafir is from there. Because he is hiding something true that he knows by himself. So when he asks you about scientific evidence, you tell him, let's suppose I have lacked scientific evidence. Okay? We don't have scientific. Let's, for example, what we have for you is this. And it is logical and scientific. There is no creation without creator. Excuse me? Am I misguided if I believe that there's a creator for the creation? Am I misguided? What are you trying to guide me? You want to convince me that, wait, that's misguidance. Watch out. You should not believe that there's a creator for the creation. But we find a system here. Yeah, there's a system. Who is the systemizer? Who systemized me? Okay? There's a system in each one of us. Who set that system in us? So you have, if you're talking about science, you should confine yourself to the science. Give me an explanation. How can we find a system without someone who set the system? That's why he has to go with you to maybe, because he doesn't have science. This is the true Sunni way of discussing with those people. Some ignorant people, they keep arguing with them, but the argument takes long and it's not really fruitful. It takes long argument. Nonsense argument. Many Muslims, they are trying their best, but the way they argue is not good. So this is the best way. Just give me an explanation. Okay, I give up. I admit that we cannot see God. But also you have to remind him that we don't see him because of the test. Because of the factor of the test. Because there's a reason. Allah created us here, and He doesn't let us see Him. Number one, because the system He created in us, we cannot see Him. We cannot. Musa, after speaking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said to Allah, I want to see you. Rabbi arini anzur ilayk. Qala lan tarani. Allah answered him. He said, lan tarani, you won't see me. ولكن انظر إلى الجبل, but look at the mountain. فإن استقر مكانه, if it remains steadily on its place, then you'll be able to see me. Then Allah appeared Himself to the mountain, just like that. And the mountain was blown up into small parts. So number one, we don't see Allah because we can't. Yes, our nature will be changed at the Day of Judgment, and we will be able to see Allah. Our system, our nature will be different. We'll be able to see Him. But here in life, no. Number two, we don't see Allah because of the factor that Allah created us as a test. Should we believe in the unseen or not? You don't need to see the manufacture of this mouse, but you have no doubt, based on the analogy, that your mind necessarily conclude that there is no manufacturing without a manufacturer. Otherwise, you are trying with the allegation of science to bring me out of my mind. There is no one who argued with me about this, that no one did it. It was created by itself. Except if he's crazy, he needs to go to the rehabbing hospital, Majnoon. That's another issue. But no one with a sound mind will be saying, will try to convince you that no one did it, it was made by itself just like that. Or the nature made it. For example, as if he's saying, let's say here there's a tree. The tree is nature, right? The tree created this. The water created this. When you talk about nature, trees, water, mountain, earth, that's what we call nature. The answer he gives you when you ask him who created the universe, he will be telling you the nature created itself by itself. But how it created itself while it was not existed? The nature was not existed. How can the nature create while it was not existed yet? Did you get my point, brothers? This is a good question. If he says to you the nature created itself, well, wait a minute. The nature was not existed before it created itself. How can we say the nature? Is this a scientific answer? Is this a scientific of the creation? No. That is why you have to catch him. Once he says to you, maybe, catch him there. Tell him, oh, wait a minute, you've been demanding me to speak scientifically. And maybe is not a scientific answer. There's something called natural process. Have you heard of it? Sisters? Natural process. Huh?
Natural selection.
No, natural process. Who's behind it? Order must be systematic. Order, this is the ruling. This is a ruling. No one can deny against it. No one can dispute against it. That order is something systematic. Who made that order? For example, if I eat food, I cannot store food. But the camel can. Right, brother in the back? Brother, I said, if I eat food, I cannot store the food. Who can do it? The one you have his picture. صح? Subhanallah, the camel can. The camel can. In the winter, I think the camel can store the food for how long do you think?
Usually they eat during the day, and they store it, and then they drench it, and then they...
Yeah, I mean in the summer. In the summer he can keep the food for 9, 10 days. In the winter he can store the food for more than that. At least 2 weeks. This is a system. If you see a camel, you'll be wondering why the camel is crying. A lot of tears. This is not crying. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enriched this liquid in his eye because the eye of the camel, the camel is always existed in dusty places, desert. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exceeded the liquid that comes out of his eye to keep cleaning the eye from the dust. This is a system in itself. Who created that system? Who maintained, who put in consideration the need, the extra need for this eye? Yeah. So there is something, this is very important. Who created the tricky weapons of the different kind of animals? I've seen something, for example, there's a kind of big fish. It looks like rock. It looks like rock. Yani the normal fish, they pass by, they never imagine or think that this is fish. It looks like rock. And it extends its tongue. It's not a tongue, it's a piece that goes like this in the mouth of that creature. And the fish think that this is a worm. They enter to get the worm. Once they enter, halas, they're eaten. This is system. Who made that system? Okay? So there is nothing called. In a matter of fact, those people are inviting you to believe in chaos. In chaos. Nature created itself by itself, that's all. This is chaotic answer. This is not a scientific answer. Who's the creator of these things? It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why do you have to deny it? Are you going to pay taxes for believing that God is the creator? Does this make you pay taxes? So why do you have to deny it? They talk about evolution. Okay. Regardless about what is evolution and the negative things, parts of it, we ask them, who is the evolver of the evolution? Who's the evolver? They always talk about the creation. Tayyib, who's the creator? They try to avoid it. They just want you to say there's no God and that's all. Why they have to deny it? Why this cult or kind of people, they started to bring these doubts and they start to deny God? They'll tell you because we want to deny religion. Why? They'll tell you because during the Middle Ages, religion was responsible in a lot of killings under the name of God. Which is true. But it doesn't mean that that makes you denying the true religion. No. You've been followed. People go into extreme. Either they follow the false religion or they deny all religions. Wait a minute. There must be one religion that Allah provided people with. But you don't want to look for it. You don't want to look for it. That's why you're denying. But you think that mistakes are only committed by religious people like the Pope, like Christianity? Politicians also, they are as criminal as those religious leaders. See what's happening in Iraq. What happens in many different parts of the world where politicians are conspiring and they cause the killing of hundreds of thousands of people. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to deny the need for having politicians? No, there is a need. But you have to do something against those false politicians who are taking advantage of their positions, political positions, and they cause the killing of millions of people, just like Hitler. And Hitler is not the only criminal. Many criminals we are suffering, just like Bashar al-Assad in Syria. And look what he's doing. So okay, he may say to you, okay, then why don't we see him? Why don't we see God? We say to them, this is based on the fact that we are living here in a test in this life of test. It is a life of test. It's a short life. Okay, do you believe in Allah? No. Do you believe in the hereafter? No. Do you believe in the day of judgment? No. Alright, we want him to give us an explanation about a person who took your money, killed you and your children, and the police doesn't catch those criminals always. Mostly yes, but not always. Not 100%. You cannot tell me that the criminals are being caught necessarily 100%. No. Especially if those criminals are the rulers themselves. So you tell me, if someone killed you, killed your children, took your money, enjoyed himself with the money, he had not been caught up by the police, then he died normally. Right? Then he died normally. You tell me, what is the ruling of that person? If this life is the end of us, that means his life was created, was based on unfairness, injustice. You know, if you make a movie which makes the thief be the hero, and at the end of the movie, the thief was not caught, people will be saying, what kind of a movie is this? It's a bad movie. How they did not make the end, catching the thief, punishing him, etc. What kind of movie is this? You are encouraging people to steal, to take the rights of the others, making the movie ending like this. Likewise is the matter of this life. If we say that this is the end of that thief, that's unfair. Unless you believe that there's a day of judgment where those who took the right of others must be standing for that divine court at the day of judgment. What is better for you to believe? And I was asking an American woman. She said, I'm disbelief. Agnostic. I am atheist. I confirm myself to be atheist. So I was asking her this question. Someone killed your child, your beloved daughter, and he ran away, and the police did not catch him. Do you accept this to be the end for your daughter? That the killer of your beloved daughter had gone away, and he had not been caught, and he died normally? Would you like this to be the end of your daughter? The case of your... She said no. I said, why don't you believe that there's a day where Allah will be bringing all people and will be judging them one by one? Isn't it better for you to get back your right from the one who took your right in life? Why it has to be so? Why it has to be that there is no day of judgment? Why? Is this good thing? If there is no judgment at the end, so let not be places for judgment here in life as well. What's going to happen to the world if there is no judgment? If there is no judge, if there is no court? See how people, they deny the thing, the necessary thing, and they get contradicted with it. Let's ask about some issues. Abortion. Is it haram or halal?
It's a quick word.
Not from the religious point of view, from the atheist point of view. What is the ruling of those atheists regarding the abortion? Do they say it's haram? No. Even the relationship, astaghfirullah, between one and his mother, they say it may be harmful physically, but I don't see anything wrong with that. They have no morality, no manners. That's what they say. They say, if you have, if your mother took, astaghfirullah, I don't know, if a mother became pregnant because of her son, The child may be abnormal, but other than that, they have the freedom. What? So they don't give any kind of explanation or ruling regarding this issue. A'udhu billah. What kind of chaotic belief is this? Same thing they say about pornographic, videos and magazines, etc. Freedom. Where is morality? Where is akhlaq? We know that these issues destroy the manners of the person. Really. How many people desired haram? And at the end, this destroyed the life between them and their wives. So how can you don't give me a clear moral explanation or ruling about this? You have to tell me, is it halal, is it forbidden or not forbidden in the atheist point of view? The one who committed suicide should be punished or not? You're not with me. How can someone kill himself? You bring him to punishment. That's why there's a need for the day of judgment, right? Like for instance, those I think 4 months ago, someone bombed himself in the midst of 170 children, and he killed them all. Children. Unfortunately, he's Muslim. That was in Pakistan. 170 children. He bombed himself among them. This person should be brought to a judgment. And the only judgment is the judgment of Allah, the day of judgment. Okay. Why do we have the system of old aging? Who made it? Who made it that the person will be evolved to become old? And sometimes he becomes, in his behavior, just like the child. When he gets too much old, 90, 95, he loses his mind. The way he behaves just like children. Why is this? Who made that system? Why there is old aging? Why? Can't we ask the nature who created him to bring him into youth again? We should be calling this the nature. Oh nature, please, this man is getting sick, he's about to die. Oh nature, can you cure him as you created him? Nobody can say that. Where's that nature? We want to have a contact with the nature who created the animals, the human being. We want to get in contact with this nature. What a great is this nature, the creator of the nature is great because the nature is the creator of the nature. And they talk about science and scientific way. Is this a scientific answer and method? What is the matter? ¿Qué pasa? If that old man died, do you bury him or you call the nature to give him life again? Please nature, this man died, can you bring him to life again as you created him? I'm giving you, this is scientific answer. This is scientific dialogue, dispute with those people. If they talk about scientific method, let them give us answers to this. How can we contact the nature to tell the nature that this man died? Why the nature has nothing to interfere if a person died, but they all die in a systematic way, out of the systematic way that no one die and he returns. Is it the nature? Did the nature say if someone died we're not going to bring him back to life again? Or it's a divine system? that Allah made in this temporary life because of the fact of the what? That we are tested. And you feel, this is the natural instinct, you feel that you're tested with something. You know that there is a test, that you are tried. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tried us with the desire we have or the lust we have. We are tested by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not only us, but even the jinn kind. The jinn kind are tested creatures just like you. They are tested. Whether they follow the desire, whether they follow the truth, or they follow the false, they are tested like us. It is the greatest shame. Are you with us? It is the greatest shame to find in this age of knowledge the denial of the establisher of the knowledge. It is shameful. Shame on this kind of science that concludes to you denying the founder of the science. What scientists today discovered, it was supposed to be increasing their faith in the maker of this world, not to deny him. It's really saddening to find this, that people who saw these miraculous creatures on earth, in the sea, in the heaven. You know, if you want to go to Mars and what is beyond Mars, now there are, you're talking about this distance of trillion kilometers. Now, last month, they were talking about a trip to the outside world, not the internal galaxy of us. No, out of it. And the trip has no return. And there are people who volunteered to join this trip that has no end. They know that they're going to die there. They won't return. It's a very long distance. Finish. Once they go there, they can't return. How great is this universe? How can we believe that it created itself by itself? A great universe like this. You know, if you want to go even to Australia, how long it takes with you? How many hours?
23.
Huh?
23.
Something like 23 hours. If the airplane goes continuously with a speed of something like 800 or 900 or even 1,000 kilometers per hour. 1,000 kilometers per hour, and it takes something like 24 hours continuously to reach there. And we're talking about the Earth only, which is a small part of our galaxy. Small. How great is Allah? And all of that is, forget it, no creator. It's easy to say no creator. But it's not easy to find answers. That's why those people, they may make that claim, but they'll be cornered with the fact that they have no answers to give. Yes, the atheists are taking advantage of the mistakes that have been committed under the name of religion, under the name of God. Just like the Pope claiming that he speaks, he's the representative of God Almighty. He speaks in the name of God. And he made all of these mistakes under the name of God. All right, we understand that, we know that those are mistakes, but he did not put in mind that this religion itself is wrong. Why you're talking about the mistake of the church when they believe that the earth is not rounded, it's only flat? Okay, that's a mistake. But there's a mistake more than that the Muslims kept. Not only Muslims. Even the Quran Even the Quran refuted it. What is it? That the three are one. This is worse than believing that the earth is flat but not rounded. It's a mistake to believe that the earth is flat but not rounded. But the worst mistake of this religion is more than that. When they ordered you to believe that there are three in one. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, and these three are one. This is worse. Let's suppose someone believed, a Muslim believed that the earth is not rounded, it's flat. Let's suppose, okay? Despite the Quran has evidences, gave us evidences that the earth is not flat, it's rounded. But let's, for the sake of argument, say that a Muslim believes that the earth is flat but not rounded. Would he be going to hell because of that? Would Allah be asking him at the Day of Judgment, why did you believe that the earth is not rounded? Go to hell. No. But when a person believes that there are three gods that record in heaven, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and these three are one, he'll be taking a black cab to hell.
Black hat.
Cab.
And he will go immediately. That's what I mean. He will go to hell eternally. Why? He's making Allah three. And it will not benefit him to say, and these three are one. Because he already made it plain that there are three gods. Why they have to say, and these three are one? You know why? Why?
So that the religion is
Sister side. Why they have to say, and these three are one? To cover what?
Cover their back.
Why?
Because they know the truth.
That's not the answer. Because they know that people will be going against that. Wait a minute, three? Three? Because people are naturally believe that there is one God. So those people want to give them to give themselves justification, because people will be asking, many people they say, oh come on, we don't believe that God, there are three gods, this is paganism. So they will be saying to them, no, but these three are one. Right, sisters? They will say to them, and these three are one. But those people, the layman Christians, they did not follow them up by saying to them, but you're talking about three distinct personalities. Jesus on earth, his Father is always in heaven. Jesus died for 3 days and 3 nights, while his Father did not die. So you're talking about different personalities necessarily. Because if the three are one, by the death of Jesus, this will be same death of his Father as well. Once you say that the Father did not die, while the Son died, you're talking about three. Don't fool yourself. Yes?
Where is the Holy Ghost?
Jibreel alayhi salam. They consider Jibreel to be the third part of the Trinity. Okay? They go like that. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You should make them four. You should make it fournity, not Trinity. Where's the fourth? Where's the fourth? They do that. The name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. Where's the fourth? They missed it. Anyway, so I was saying that the atheists took advantage of these mistakes that was committed in the name of religion, but also politicians, as I mentioned before, they commit also horrible mistakes. In the name of democracy, in the name of etc., etc. In Britain here, people sometimes have to vote for the favor of the conservatives. And after they realize that the conservatives ruling rhyming was wrong. So they have, after that, to vote for the favor of who?
Neighbors.
Laborers. And that's how it goes. Between the laborers and the conservatives. In the United States, people are always between the donkey and the elephant. What do I mean by the donkey and elephant?
Ignorant. Ignorant.
No, sisters. Donkey and elephant. There are two parties, political parties in the United States. The donkey party and the elephant party. You haven't heard of that? I think this is, the first is the logo of the Democrats, and the other one is the logo of the Republicans. So people are, sometimes they vote for this party and sometimes for that party. And every time they are fed up with their mistakes. Every time they want this president to resign. He was exposed, he has scandals. Always. They did not deny that there's a need for politicians, as they're denying the need of religion. So your only mistake, you atheists, that you did not consider the mistake of Trinity, which is enough for you to say that this religion is wrong, I have to look for the right one. But it was enough for you to say, there's no religion, there's no God. That is not an excuse for you the day of judgment. No.
Sometimes they say, I believe in God. So why does he need to be worshipped?
Very good. Because he doesn't understand the meaning of the word God. God is, it means the one who deserves to be worshipped. But the question is, why do we need? Because that God told us. Okay, he told you, but he didn't tell me. No, he told everybody. But look, each one of you is busy with another one. How can I speak? We say to them that God revealed the message, revealed the law. It's just like saying, for example, there's a president, there's a ruler in the UK. Why do we have to obey the rules? Okay, I admit that there are rules, okay? But why do I have to follow the rules? Similar. We say to him that God did not create the creation and he left it away. But he sent for them as he sent to them the right food. You know, if you eat the stinky food that the eagles eat, you will die. I repeat, if you eat the same stinky food that the eagle can eat, you will die. Because your capacity to resist the microbes and the bacteria is limited. But the capacity of those animals is greater to resist than you. Allah gave them greater resistance to the... SubhanAllah, ironically, even the fly, it has a rich kind of resistance because it's always involved in the dirtiest places. And if it doesn't have the enough resistance, it will die immediately. That's why our Prophet told us that the bacteria and the viruses in the wing of the fly, at the other wing there is what? The cure, the antibiotic. Okay? Allah created it in the other way. So as Allah created the suitable food for you, He revealed the suitable law of life for you. Why do you, look, people are happy to eat everything organic. You know the meaning of organic? Huh?
No, chemically.
Why not chemically? Because man interfered into the nature. He spoiled the nature. So this is a confession that everything from God naturally is the most suitable for the body. Right? What about his religion? only his organic food is suitable, while his organic religion is not suitable? Organic what? Religion. Yes. That's what I call it. Organic religion. If the natural, non-chemical food, okay, is more suitable for our need because it's from God, because it's from Allah Almighty, okay, so his religion also. This Christianity, Judaism, they are filled with bacteria and viruses. Why? Paganism. Paganism is worse than anything else. It's worse than believing that the earth is flat. And saying that God is Trinity is worse, deserves more punishment than the punishment against Galileo and Bruno and those who believe that the earth is rounded, and they got killed because of that. We agree that this is a crime. To kill those scientists, yes. But it's more crime when the Pope believed that Allah is 3 in 1. When he believes that Jesus the innocent, he accepted himself to be hanged. Why? To save people from their sins. Why he's innocent? Why the innocent should be punished on behalf of the sinners? That means if I want to go, for example, steal in the bank, make an operation of theft. Okay? Jesus died for this sin, alhamdulillah. I'm gonna take the money, I'm gonna mug, I'm gonna go to the houses, take everything from the houses, and Jesus died for my sins. Alhamdulillah. And if the judge asked him, why did you do that? He'll be saying, oh, Jesus died for my sins? I did it because I believe that Jesus died for my sins. So you should not be judging me, oh judge. Oh judge, you should not be judging me because I did something that Jesus paid its price already. Allah is Allah yahfazkum wa yubarik feekum. Did you get my point, brothers?
Yes.
So the mistake of believing that the earth is not rounded, it is a mistake to us, yes, we believe. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Rabbul Mashriqayni wa Rabbul, so there are 2 easts and 2 wests. How can this happen unless the earth is rounded? Allah is saying that there are 2 east-sided and 2 west-sided, and the earth is rounded. Yes, this is the sun, and the earth rolls. So this part is night, while that part is day. And it will be rolling until the other part will become subjected to the sun, and the other part will be dark. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, so there are 2 easts occurrences and 2 west occurrences that occur by the one time, the 24 hours. How this happened? If the earth is flat, how can there be 2 easts and 2 wests? There are many evidences, even from the Quran. But we're saying, if this is a mistake, to believe that the earth is flat, Islam had criticized a bigger mistake than that, and that is to believe that there are 3. You should have criticized Christianity, not from the time they said that the earth is flat, but from the time they claimed that there are 3 gods in one. You see this navigating system from Tom?
Yes.
Isn't this amazing that Allah created for us? By this system that Allah created for us, we can know where to go. Exactly. So what I wanted to say, those who demand you for the evidence, to bring in evidence about the existence, who should, they did not bring a scientific reasoning, an answer about why we are created, why do we die, why do we get old, why some people go to the hospital and become sick while other people do not become sick, why, where do we go after our death? They can't give you answers to this. And this is a great mistake by itself, because it puts people in great concern about their future. Well, what's going to happen? Why am I here? Why I was born? What am I supposed to be doing? What will be my future? If I die, will I be resurrected, or that's the end? The one who cannot give answers to this, we don't need his explanation or to persuade us to believe that there's no creator. He should put himself in a corner. That is why you may be asking this question: is there a need to give people answers about God, whether He's existed or not? There is no need. But maybe he will get, when we give him answers, he will then believe that there's creator. No need. Why? Yeah, when they have nothing to give you except possibilities, and they will give you possibilities only. You don't take anything from them. I remember. Remember when I was saying that the first addressing of the prophets to their people was, do you remember that? وَإِلَىٰ عَادٍ أَخَاهُمْ هُودًا قَالَ يَا قَوْمِ وَاعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ. So do you remember when we said that the prophets began with this: worship your Lord. You have no other God to worship except Allah. Now this is our point to say. We say why the prophets did not begin with this: you must believe that there's a creator. People did not say to them, prove to us that there's a creator. Wait. Which means to say, if there's a need to let people know that there's a creator, the prophets would have began with it. Did you get our point, sister? Why the prophets did not say, the first time they addressed their people, why they did not say you must believe that there's a creator? Because this is not needed. Why? Allah knows. Allah knows what He created. That people do not need to be given information that there is a creator for the creation. Allah knows. A good answer, this is a good answer, inshallah, sisters, that the prophets did not say to the people, believe that there is a creator. If there's a need for that, the prophets would have began with this. But why they did not begin with it? Because there's no need for it. Why? The prophets begin with what is important for people, right? Do we agree on that?
Yes.
But the prophets did not begin with this. They did not say, you must believe that there is a creator for you who created you. That's why I say to you, it is not important to tell people, yes, you must believe that there is a creator. They know it. What is the evidence? When they are in trouble, they are just like the mushriks. The mushrik people, they turn to God alone when they are in trouble. And those people are the same. They turn to Allah alone when they get into trouble. If they have no trouble, they deny Him. As the pagans denied His oneness when they were not in trouble. When they looked for His oneness, when they needed Him. And the atheists are the same. So, we should not be calling atheism denial. We should give a definition to this atheism. It's not a matter of denial. No. It's a matter of forgetting Allah when they are not in trouble. But when they are in trouble, they will remember. But He will not be remembering them. He will not be giving them any consideration. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, فَالْيَوْمَ نَنْسَاهُمْ كَمَا نَسُوا لِقَاءَ يَوْمِهِمْ هَذَا نَسُوا اللَّهَ فَنَسِيَهُمْ. What's the meaning of نَسُوا اللَّهَ فَنَسِيَهُمْ? Can you translate to me? They forgot Allah. Then Allah, what's the meaning of forget? We know that forgetfulness is forgiven by Allah. If you forgot, just go with me. If you forgot something, okay, for example, I did not pray Dhuhr, and now it's Isha time. oh my God, forgive me. So you are forgiven, as long as you really forgot to pray, for example. So what is the meaning of forgiveness? Why Allah is blaming us? He's forgetting us as we forget Him. And does Allah forget? So what's the meaning of forget?
Purposely.
No. Leaving. They left the belief in Him. They left it. So Allah left them at the day of judgment when they need Him. That's why Allah said, فَالْيَوْمَ, this day, that means at the day of judgment. This day we're going to forget them as they used to be forgetting. So their forgetfulness is not the natural one we're talking about. No. What Allah meant by the word forget is to leave it. Just throw it away. Give it no consideration. So, as a rewarding, rewarding, Allah will be leaving them, giving them no consideration at that day when they will be in great need of Him. So many of those who deny the existence of God and they asked for evidence, they did not bring a scientific evidence. They said, possibly the nature created itself by itself. Possibly. No, we want scientifically, not possibly. Why you demand us to give you scientific evidence while you give us possibilities? Possibilities means unscientific. Why people today are not able to repeat the creation of the nature? If the nature is the creator, why don't we find the repetition of this creation? Did the nature decide? Did the nature decide that the type of my blood should be different than the type of your blood? Who's the creator of that? It's a system. How come the type of my blood is different than the type of your blood? When you say that the nature created itself, you are ought to believe that I can be a creator. Because I'm a part of the nature. I'm a part of the nature. How can we say that we are part of the nature but we cannot create? If you tell me that the nature creates, I'm a part of the nature, why I cannot create? This is a Sunni point of, Sunni way of perspection. Many people who argue with those atheists do not bring these evidences and facts. You say the nature created itself. I'm a part of the nature. So why I can't create? You are a part of the nature. Why you cannot create? When you claim something, you have to stand on what you claim. How can you believe that you are the nature? When you talk about nature, that means man, animal, tree, okay? So I'm part of the nature. Bring me the greatest scientist, man on earth, and let him create a fly. Oh, forget about the fly. I want anyone to create blood. You know, people die. Why? Lack of blood. Okay, and they keep saying, oh, you have to donate blood, please. We need donation of blood. Come on. If the nature creates, let the nature create a mass kind of blood so we can use to help people if they get sick or they need blood. Nothing. Why? Where's that nature to give us enough blood? The nature gave us, mashallah, enough water to drink. Why the nature cannot give us enough blood to cure people? I had a debate with an Indian here in London, Hertfordshire University, and I was asking him to give me an explanation about the creation. He was talking about the monkeys. You know, they took advantage of Darwinism. If we ask the nature to create for us a body of a cat and a face of a crocodile, why? Why the nature says no? Or a face of a dog, a head of a dog, but with wings. A birdie dog. Or crocodile. You know the meaning of crocodile? Not crocodile, crocodile.
Crocodile or duck.
Can we find crocodile? No. Can we find a birdie dog? Why we don't know these things? If we ask the nature, please nature, we need this kind of creatures. Can the nature? Why the nature say no? Oh, does it speak? Oh, by the way, does the nature says, I am the creator that created the creatures? Did the nature say that? You know they are substituting the word God to the word nature. They are giving the nature, okay, they are replacing the word God to the word nature. Making the nature God. So those people believe in God, but they call him nature. They call him what? Nature.
They say Mother Nature.
What?
Mother Nature.
Yeah, wait until the mother marry a father nature. Yes. Okay. Bring us, you know, I was arguing with those Asians, and those people were Muslims, Palestinians, long time ago. I was, subhanAllah, I was at your age, and I was arguing with them, and they said to me, I was asking them to create a virus, a bacteria, a worm. They said, yes, we can do that. I said, how? Can you create a worm? They said, yes. I said, how? They said, bring me a wet towel and I can store it, put it in place, a little bit hot place, high temperature, and we wait for 1 week and you'll be seeing worms over the towel. We created worms. But those worms they were very small, so your eyes did not see them, they were invisible to your eye. When you gave them the right atmosphere, they became big enough so your eye can see them. This is the case. No one can claim that there's a creation. That's why when Ibrahim was arguing with this tyrant king, he said to him, my Lord, yuhyi wa yumit, gives life and gives death. So the king said, I can give life and death. Bring me one prisoner. I killed him. I give death. Bring me another one. I'm supposed to be killing you. Go, you are alive. See? So Ibrahim said to him, okay, Allah brings the sun from the east, so bring it from the west. Go. Oh. That king cannot speak. فَبُهِتَ الَّذِي كَفَرَ. That kafir was stunned by the evidence of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So those who deny the day of judgment, as if they're saying to the people, relax, be happy, your rights will not be given back to you. Right? That's what they're saying. Asking about this nature, when it creates, does it have the decision to make? Where is that? I want to see that nature who make decisions to create this and to create that. Does it have a decision? Did the nature said to you, I am the creator? Did the nature say that? Where's the nature to say that? I am the created and the creator. Wait a minute, it seems we return to Christianity. Similar to Christianity. Because they say that Jesus is the created and he's the creator. Yeah. Such questions and justifications that those people may give, which is unconvincible. And it does not move away your concerns and your questions that you don't find answer to. But Islam can give you the answer to everything. الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون. That what will be bringing reassurance and peace of mind. So you do the good. You keep struggling to do the good in order to be saved in a life which is greater than this temporary life. So as a result, I say, the denial of Allah cannot give an explanation about our existence on this planet. So we don't need his explanations because they are unconvincible. So did he make it good to promote people, to develop people in terms of their ideology? No. In a matter of fact, he made it chaotic. And that's why you can see people committing suicide. They don't know why they were created, where to go. At any moment they get angry with anything in this life, let's get rid of the life. And they think that this is the best solution. And the devil wants him to die like